consists of a lot of things. Consists of a lot of things.
All the
And I
time.
don't know if it'd be too many better fellas than just to explain. They goddamn Anthony, Rondarius, Ski Mask.
Hold on,
You know,
what's that?
my fellas real influential in the community. They normally have real live regular nigga names. They cut it short, you know what I'm saying, because it sound cooler, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was like, Ski, like, what up? And we was like, hello, Anthony. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, we're going to have a great podcast today. You know, thanks for tuning in to Barbershop Stories Podcast, episode 124, you know? So, look, man, make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. Because if you ain't going to watch it, somebody else will. If they ain't going to watch it, somebody else will.
That's right.
If they ain't going to watch it, somebody else will. You know, we get the picture. So, without further ado, we're going to come on over here and get into some of this man business with Aunt Ski.
That's right.
Get it, man.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, my name Anthony.
Hello, Anthony.
Yeah, you know that.
Hello, Anthony. How's it going, man?
Anthony can do that.
That's right.
But Anthony didn't do shit in the street. Aunt Ski did it, right?
Aunt Ski did it.
Yeah, Aunt Ski earned his right to go to prison. Aunt Ski damn near didn't wake up till 7 years later to get out of there. So Aunt Ski had to live that down. So now I lived it down where the state and the city and the county and the fed know Aunt Ski. Yeah, that's why I go by Aunt Ski. Aunt Ski on my badge, Aunt Ski on everything I do, because Aunt Ski is the one that did the shit, lived it down, and turned it around. And so Anthony still clean. And Aunt Ski is too.
Hey,
That's right.
that's a good way of putting it, man.
That's for sure.
That's a good way of putting it, because, you know, a lot of people, man, I ain't gonna say they never get the lesson, but it'll be a long time.
Right, that's right.
So, you know, for a gentleman to come from your background and actually wear it well and done something about it and inspiring others, man, hey, shoot up blessing.
Man, I appreciate it. I've been seeing you the whole journey out here, you know what I'm saying, from when you had your record label and pushing them artists and all that. I remember all that, man, like all that.
And still trying to move, man. Still moving.
That's
man.
right.
Still
That's
moving.
right. To congratulate the city. Man, listen, man, yo.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm trying, man.
And you a Sagittarius now.
Hey, I mean, you know it.
I'm
I
just
ain't
saying,
want to say it, but since you brought it
A
up.
5-sign
Yeah,
congratulations.
man, yeah, man. What?
That's right. That's
right.
right. I appreciate it though, bro. And you definitely doing a good job and inspiring those who ain't saying anything.
Oh, yeah.
But they want to have something to say, because you giving them something to look at.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, and I understand it, man. You know, sometimes it's tough, though, because, you know, being a Sagittarius, we realize people.
That's right.
But at the same time, we also realize motherfucking Lucifers.
Five,
necessary.
now.
If necessary, but most of the time, we don't really care for that, because it's easier just to
Keep
move
it
forward.
pushing. That's right.
Move forward. But yeah, man. So yeah, it's a journey out here, man. And you know, like, and of course, being out and about all the time, I see a lot of shit. I see a lot of shit that's inspiring to myself. You know, being 44, it's very inspiring to me. You know, whether they doing things in their community consistently,
Right. Right.
or guiding people to the people that can help people, because everybody ain't equipped with the same resources.
That's right.
So at least being able to turn people on and stuff. Man.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's them referrals, man, and that's pretty much what, you know, word of mouth. The hookup, it started out like the hookup and lookout, but you know, when we find out something good, you want to tell everybody. So it's like a referral process, but in the nonprofit world, then, you know, it's referring resources and resource fairs and resource centers and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I'm glad we competing to help each other right now, because we weren't doing it 10 years ago.
Yeah. But, you know, sometimes, well, before I go any further, I'm comedic narrator Benny Mack, and that gentleman on the end is.
Hey, no.
That
We're
right.
keep that info for you, man. Aunt Ski in the building, man.
That's
That's right. You know, of course, we know about a couple minutes off, but, you know, guess what? We can do that because we in the barbershop.
That's
All
right.
type of
That's
miscellaneous thing happens. Shout out to K1, a.k.a. Z-Lens Media on the ones and twos, and I ain't talking about the DJ equipment. I'm talking about on the laptop and the camera. So yeah, man. So look, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned in, and we're gonna get back to it. And back to you, Aunt Ski.
I guess you know when you come on somebody else's side of town, you gotta send a shout out to the OGs over here. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to D2B down the street, right down the street. Milton King, them doing their thing, man. Like the impact is real with them.
Mill?
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to CCDN over there that's on Old Springwood Road. They doing a remarkable job on the east side. So I definitely going to send a shout out to the non-profits over here. That's the OGs I'm really talking about in this particular center because they really doing some phenomenal work. Also, What About Us? Oh my God, man. Cherie, shout out to you and your team, man. Y'all for real doing it, really putting your pain on the line every day for these mothers out here and these fathers. Now, I appreciate that work, man, because I couldn't say I could do that every day. You know what I'm saying? So that's really God work right there.
That's what's up, man. And these instances you shouting out, they outreaches on the east side.
Yeah, no doubt. They outreach on the east side, mentoring groups and
Birmingham.
And on full-fledged non-profits, man, that's helping food bank like Tamika do's education and food banking, a host of things, mentoring and stuff, and then Milton them down there mentoring the young boys, man, like.
I know them, Mil.
Yeah, and then like a Cherie with the outreach that they do. What About Us, man? Wrapping their arms around the mothers that's losing their sons every day, like really being that outreach for that every day.
That's tough. That's tough, man.
I'd have been ran out of tears.
That's tough. That's a tough job, man.
So yeah, shout out
Somebody
to them.
got to do it.
And you know, y'all, of course, y'all definitely do y'all thing over here, man. And the barbers getting shouted out. Like I think the city understanding how y'all got the ill of the city. You everyone they gotta come get their haircut. That's so personal. And so, you know, I know y'all do y'all thing, bro. It's you show. You still here, black on right here all this long time.
Oh yeah, and then speaking of the barbers, you know, a lot of people don't know. I invite barbers on here too. We had Wayne.
Yeah.
From from the shop down the street.
Okay.
We got Q coming on next week. Shout out to Q. What up, Q?
Yeah, what's up?
What's happening with
Wayne.
another podcast, In the Cut. What up, man? Shout out. Y'all make sure y'all check out Q. Whatever you see in the cut, just tune in, man. He got some good shit on there. So yeah, man. So yeah, I believe in bridging gaps, you know, because sometimes people don't realize like the bridge you lay out, you may not even have to cross it.
Yeah.
But a nigga may have to cross it to get to you.
That's right.
So, you know, like when I was at the radio station, that's what I did.
Right.
You notice all the segments I did, that shit was like, no, give me for the givers, give me some for the artists, give me some for the pastors.
That's right.
I did all that.
That's right.
You know, man, it was intentional.
Yeah.
Most
No
definitely
doubt.
want to get them boys from Linked Up. They prop, man.
Oh, yeah.
They pulling young guys out the street, get them started early with them Clippers.
Yeah, man.
With they barber and boot camp down the street, man. That ain't too far. A few blocks down the street, old Stan Jones and his crew over there, and him and old Shine, man. They link up and do different things in the community all the time. They actually got a cook-off coming right down in East Lake area.
Oh man.
Gonna be down in Wyoming, man, and it's gonna be barber shops and clients from shop that sign up to cook off against each other. I think they're gonna be grilling on this one. Don't misquote me, but if you look up Stan Page or Shine Page, man, you know they got that popping in the community right down the street, East Lake, Wyoming area, man.
Man, that's 100,
So,
man.
you know,
I'm glad they doing that because
That's gonna be something big for the community. Just like the basketball tournament they put together.
Right.
They did one on this side, then they took one to the other side of town.
That's what's up.
You know, and it wasn't nothing but kids involved and younger adults. You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't nobody. We wasn't getting out there hooping, but we had a lot of our young adults and our children out of here involved, man. So it's stuff going on.
Ain't no
We
doubt.
got to point to the positive
No
sometimes.
doubt.
We
No
got to point
doubt.
to the positive. Enough people reporting it. Like you said, enough mothers out there got to get that hug and
That's
all that,
right.
man. So
That's
we got to
right.
point to some of the positive that's going on, too.
Well, yeah, you got to, man. You know, we're in a world now where it's so much rigmarole out here, man. You have to stay positive, man, because if not, it'll almost be like falling into a black hole. It's so easy to get in it.
That's right.
You know, you walk close to it, it's gonna They're gonna suck you up.
That's right.
And speaking of that, before we go too far, speaking of run right into it, right now we're at a vital time in our lives. It's 2024.
That's right.
They say Birmingham is 388% higher than the national average on crime. We're number 3 in the nation. You got Biden, who dropped out of the race a few weeks ago. Now you got Vice President Harris.
Right.
You got Donald Trump. What's your take on that? Now, I'm gonna stop it there because there's so many other things, but I'm gonna stop it there. With that being now, how do you view that? You think that's a game too, all the way from the shot, the attempted assassination to this woman being president, to this man being president?
I mean, we just gotta really look at where we are. This is the same. They ain't say they was gonna go back and rewrite the Constitution. They ain't go back and say they was gonna change what the founding fathers did. So all this just a part of the same show. And sometimes we get a few more benefits or a couple of great years, but it's still not our system. It wasn't designed for us. Yes, we have made some strides, we have done some things, but ultimately, the masses of our people are struggling, bro. They hungry, bro. And their poverty is creating a circumstantial mental health crisis. You see what I'm like? You know.
Do you think either one of those
That's a big mess.
Do you think either one of those candidates speak to it on the local, national, or regional level, as far as senators and all that? You think they speak to that statewide, local, or national?
I think it was I don't want to speak on the candidate because I've been really focused on something else. So I ain't even, my following is bits and pieces here and there. Yeah. I don't want to say I can make something educated. I hearing a lot of people say a lot of stuff, but those are people saying things. I ain't heard them say that. I seen the new guy come out skinning and grinning the other day. But I ain't
the new vice presidential.
The running mate.
Yeah.
So, then I heard somebody on the news say, he's hilarious, or on the radio this morning, he's hilarious. But I hadn't investigated it. Like, it's sad to say, but my interest is who is hurting in my face.
And that make a lot of sense.
It's who is hurting in my face, man. And I could do something about that they can't control.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that.
And I think that's one of the best answers that probably could have been said though, Ansky, because when you think about it, the hoopla over Vice President Harris and Trump, the reason why I brought it up, because it's so interesting, it took a lot of people's attention away from who right around the corner that you can actually reach. So so that's why I brought it up, man, because really national politics is just what it is. They voting in a president, and what does a president of a company do? Just manage the affairs. So it really don't even matter. You need to worry about them senators and them congressmen.
You still got to take your own.
Yeah, you still got a neighborhood that ain't been tended to. So you're right. I agree.
Yeah, to understand it and then actually see the flaws in it, and then you can't do nothing about it because these flaws are captured by amendments and captured by clauses and parties, and it's so much fluff around this shit till the most you can do is help the person next to you. And if you can help them and y'all can help each other and you create an ecosystem, like I'm very proud to say I'm a part of a city now that's the majority of us now are trying to help each other. Man, I can remember when that wasn't it. We went from sharing sugar and dishwashing liquid with the neighbor till don't touch my kid, don't say anything to my kid, till my neighbors killing kids, killing each other, till now the community is finally breathing the same breath and trying to help each other and pop up this and helping that. And like we just been saying, all the people that's doing these little subsets that's helping. We didn't have that type of system. Like this new. I'm proud of y'all, Birmingham. I'm proud of y'all.
That's interesting. That's interesting, man, because when you look at history, and I hate to say this, but I got to. We're gonna be fair about it. A lot of time, blacks or melanated people always rise to the occasion coming out of triumph. Like you think about when it was segregated, it was almost like goddamn on like Ansky.
Yeah.
Them body lawnmower.
That's right.
Shit. Fuck old
right.
fuck with Sam.
That's
Y'all
right.
ain't got no sugar to You was forced to have to rely on each other. And then soon as a couple of folk got money, they moved on. And I think that's what happened to our community. Like when you got somebody who you put in a struggle situation. So now you got a little killing, got a little robbing, got a little mischief, got a lot of that, because poverty bring about a lot of shit. Then you turn around and say, you know what? I ain't kicking your ass no more, Ansky. Get some money.
Right.
Man, that nigga don't know what to do.
Really?
All he know is I'm finna stun on a nigga who I bet, the mindset.
And that's the creation of the classes.
Yep.
And from there, and so a lot of people still think it's black versus white. No, black people didn't storm the White House. White people did. They wanted their country back. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't. It's classes. It's government. In certain entities, they don't care about the person. It's who in that class. You fit in there. You get it. So. But it's not just one thing that confuses. It's all things. Marcus Garvey said the government spend billions of dollars in propaganda to keep you from focus on who you really are. And even on the world stage, we don't know who we are. We still think we niggas in the hood. But on the world stage, like even right now, 2024 is the end of a decade. From international recognition, development, and justice for black people, and it's been by the United Nations saying that this is the international decade for people of African descent. And who know that? Nobody, because propaganda, and they saying that they have funds in places in supplementary funds from all different type of organizations associated with this UN for us. Where you think this money really coming from?
Yeah.
But it's been polarized through COVID, relief funds, all kind of things, and I'm gonna say this: it really is money out there, and organizations getting money now to do the work, because at some point you either got to give the money up or you got to give it back.
Yeah.
And so it's had to come out because the work is really being done. That's why I had to applaud Birmingham. The hospital violence intervention program, they got millions of dollars to do that, what they doing over there. I wish them much success. We need it. Look at all the shootings. We need them. You see what I'm saying? It's
Well, going back to what you were saying about that propaganda, it's been interesting, man, because people don't know that, and don't quote me on the year, but I want to say it was 1950, 1949. They banned the government, like, hey, bro, look, you can't do that shit. And they passed all type shit for it. I want to say around 2010, during Obama presidency, he made it okay to do it again. Now, a lot of people, before they say, oh, man, you just talking shit about it. No, I have really no opinion on it, but it's there.
Yeah.
It's what was done.
Right.
And my question would be is why was it done? Now they say, well, it's to kind of protect foreign people from putting the propaganda on our people. But it's actually just the opposite. Because once you get somebody with that much power to say, ask keep 1 + 1 is 7, nigga.
Right.
And go to getting folk to chant that shit, who would stop?
Well,
why would I stop?
When they bust your head in prison, they cut the phones off so you can't call out and tell on them. So it's kind of the same way. You see what I'm saying? Like once they cut off the ear, cut off the pipeline to tell anything or whatever, or X you out the game where your voice ain't relevant. So I mean, it's everything. You can. It's just as much good is being done. It's as much as evil is out there. It got to be a balance. So you got to focus on what you can do. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you something. This, I guess it'll be on the low, but I like Trump for entertainment. Like he is entertaining with his.
That shit ain't on the low. That nigga fine.
It's
I don't know about
entertaining to
politicians.
me.
That nigga fine.
Yeah, but funny, man. He funny, and then he say some of the most outlandish stuff, man. If you ask me, that's what social media all about. He walking social media. He don't lose. He
Stay relevant.
You see what I'm saying?
He's a great marketer.
But to actually take the time if you're trying to see what you saying, man, my phone rang more than that. I can hear somebody right here. I ain't got time.
Now, speaking of entertainment, I tell you what was funny, and a lot of people they catch, I can find humor in everything.
Right.
When he was at the NAB.
Oh man.
And he messed around. They asked him about Kamala, right?
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, she black now? She." That last time I talked to her, she was Indian. So
and then she turned black. But his hand, I can't wait to see Saturday Night Live eat his ass up.
And people took that offensive though. But for me though, to me, it was just straight talk.
Man, that was hilarious.
And I understood it like, hey, as fun as it was, he basically saying, Sam, you said you was blood now.
Yeah,
so you're a Crip now.
Yeah, now you're a Crip.
Okay. Well, I didn't blood Crip. Oh,
but now, hold on. Why is that relevant?
Yeah. But
why is it you was Indian and now you saying you black? Mm-hmm. Like, it was way more into that. That was status. That was status. Yeah. What status is black?
Yeah.
But you're Indian. You got a status. You got a country. You got a nationality. You see what I'm? But if you're saying you're a black, then you don't.
He said no status in law.
Okay, unless you know in 2005 that the African Union defined us as African diaspora as our official nationality. So you not Negro, black, or color as of 2005. African history ain't just ancient. They still making history right now. But who knows that? Go back to propaganda. Who knows that they actually are recognized, got a year of international recognition, development, and justice now? That you can track it, and they've been doing this for years, so much so that they know the people that do not know that they created a permanent forum on the UN floor for the International Decade of People of African Descent. They did that. So now it don't just go away December 2024. That decade of what I'm saying, it extend because now it's a permanent forum on the floor of the UN. Like, listen, if we really gonna talk about something, let's talk about who we are on the world stage.
Yeah, that's true. You don't hear that very often.
Yeah.
You don't hear that very often, but I think so many people.
Into that, what you talking about on that?
But I think a lot of people attaching to the color thing. And like you said, attach to the color instead of, like, say, the nationality. Yeah.
Well, I mean, she actually had a point on stating her nationality when she did that years ago, because, you know, if I wouldn't have actually seen it come out of her mouth, I wouldn't have understood, like Benny said, where Trump was coming from when he said that. You know, it was, to me, you know what I'm saying, this is my personal opinion, to me it was just a play on basically, like I said, what she said before and how propaganda, whether she's saying she black or propaganda saying she is, it's just he's shooting at it.
It was status because if you remember, back when Obama was president, and he was on the Tom Joyner show, and they were, I think it was his show, and if you can misquote me if you want to, it's out there, you'll find it, just scrape me up. But he said, how does it feel to be the first black president? He said, I'm sorry, Tom, I'm not the first black president. Because he understood what status is, and if you hollering you black, you ain't got no standing in law.
And that's what she did.
Yeah, so they very smart on what they're saying and doing. So that's always gonna be them not rewriting the Constitution. Then the Constitution says that we were 3/5 human, remember? Like, we really look at how that was constructed and for who. Then until we talk about dismantling some of that real systematic oppression, then we just, you know, doing what we can do, getting far as we can go.
Yeah, just getting by.
Yeah, you know, it's still a game.
Like that HR 40 forum.
Yeah. You know? And so wow, I mean, I got my opinion, but it's my opinion, but I'd rather focus on what I can do.
But really, that's really the way it's supposed to always be, because when you think about a lot of these organizations and groups, the first thing they holler about is like how they were talking about with Black Lives Matter, for an example. Yeah. All right, when you speak of Black Lives Matter, you know, like I say, the word killed you anyway, even though some people understood what they was trying to say, but that killed you on that. And then instead of fighting right at the house, we started going to Washington, D.C. and Minnesota, which is nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But hey, if you made the move like that at the house, shit, a lot of that stuff will take care of itself. From the house in the city, house in the community, house at the house. All of it really supposed to take care of itself.
That's which brings us to where we at on the east side with the streets blocked off. And so a lot of people got a lot of stuff to say about it. But I'm like,
I'm one of them too, Ashley.
I know it.
I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna break. You don't know if you remember when I posted it, I never commented.
No, you didn't.
But I'm gonna explain it right here though.
And I'm glad.
I'm explain.
Make your point though. I won't deal with it.
My point on it was, I know a lot of people felt like a punishment or felt like, it was not as warranted as to do that. I don't know, maybe if this community would sleep. When you seeing on the news, if you seeing AL.com, if you following it, then you able to track what's going on which side of town, who hot, what's really going on. And it's public information. So they was crying, I'm in it, so I gotta be on it. They was crying out saying what's going on. They finally come with the block. Okay. Yeah, it's messed up, it feel like that's some Iraq shit, you know what I'm saying? But if you really look at the opportunity that they created, I live in East Lake, they blocked my alley off. They didn't block my street off, they blocked my alley off. Okay, I understand. But I want to go to all my neighbors and be like, hey, that means we got the whole alley. Like, we can do anything. Like, we can really come together. We can really share. We can really have a pipeline, or we can really turn this into something. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm seeing where they got the streets blocked. I go and look. Like, I gotta know. I can't just hear it on the news. I gotta go look. I went and go to see how far it is and how they got one end blocked off, but way down on First it ain't blocked off. But to come down 3 more streets, they blocked off. But on this end, it ain't blocked. Like, how it's really set up. And I was like, man, that's about 10 good blocks of block party, just everybody out there just loving, just going to being intentional of putting the neighbor back in neighborhood. Like, I had to repeat that from my homeboy Jarrell, because that was his thing, how he started and ended. Like, we got away from each other. We got better than each other. Got on, like you just said, got a little money, got a little better job. And if you don't touch my kid got your age, you still getting your kids wieners. You see what I'm saying? But look at now, we killing each other. Okay, so now let's turn this around. Let's have some good time. Let's go back to loving each other. Let's heal together on these blocks. We got folks that lost folks on these blocks, and y'all don't even give a damn. Yeah. So that's the opportunity that I was looking at, because you can't take it back. They out there. They done it. We can guess all day. They had the power to do it. They did it.
Yeah. Now, I agree with that, because I think two things can't be right at the same time. The only thing I was looking at, now, I was 77 Porto, I stay on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Conoco is on that side, so it ain't really affecting that side. But me, I try not to think about myself. The first thing I thought about is, what if somebody over there have a heart attack or something like that? And the only reason why I bring this stuff up, because I'm one of the ones that I like the tit for tat when somebody else started, though.
That's right.
I asked them to put speed bumps on my street, because they come down 4th Avenue doing $1.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the stop sign, slow down. So I asked that, they said we can't, because it obstructs our emergency vehicles and all that. But you can put up roadblocks all throughout these 4 communities. All right, that's one. 2, I looked at it like this. All right, if me and Anski went over there and bought and flipped some houses, what does that do to my property value? Does that affect me being able to sell that property? Does that affect me to be able to rent that property?
That's right.
Can I miss future income off this investment that I made that I'm still getting taxed on, still getting all this on, off a decision that was made off what we supposed to say, this public land.
Right.
But I mean, it's public private land. You blocked off private land for public interest, and that don't supposed to happen. So that's why I say I'm not opposed to it, because I'm one of them type. I can't stand to see the crime either, and I respect the efforts of whoever said, we got to do something, because I can understand the pressure they get every day. Like, y'all ain't doing that, yada. But I do think there's some other alternative that could have been took, because you got to consider these folks investments and stuff while those decisions being made. That's the only gripe I had about it.
So the only retort to that I would have is it's different systems, and certain systems trump other systems. Like this is like property, like you said, emergency. Yes, health wise, I understand that, but public safety is the number one agenda in government, because if the public is not safe, then you have no people to govern. So in every part of the government, public safety is high. And you said it yourself, we 3 times the national average. We should have did
388%.
So we should have did that 288% ago. Something should have been done. I ain't saying necessarily that, but when you get into a murder rate that's like that, I mean, you got to look at something now. When you start talking about blood on the city hand, these murders on their hands, real such. And I ain't trust me, I ain't friends like that. I ain't taking up for nobody. I'm just a hood dude that learned the system by being able to help these kids. So that's something we don't know, a lot of system navigation. We don't know how it works, and so we looking at one hand. Hell, most of the agencies, fingers don't know what each other doing. Let's know other hand and other moves, and just like the non-profits don't know, we modeled off of something that I don't know. So, but that don't mean it don't working, that it don't work or ain't no good being done. It's just we gotta educate ourselves straight up, like we gotta educate ourselves and to know how to get in touch with the county commissioner and how to even file a complaint where it'll be heard and seen against the police if you got a situation. We don't know. We just gonna be mad on emotion, and I'm be mad and cuss and go to the news. That ain't how you get heard. You gotta learn the proper procedures to navigate in this system and play their game.
So every person walk around here don't respond in such manner.
No.
Hey, so do you all offer some of that at the Crescent Cultural Center?
No doubt.
Okay, I mean, of course, that's a nice segue too. You saw that one, that shit that was kind of fast.
No doubt.
And the reason why I say that, because a lot of people, like some of the organizations you named on this side, a lot of people ain't never even heard of. So that was a great shout out, and I'm sure they'll appreciate it because I do, because now I know, so we can invite them on the podcast as well. So with the Crescent Cultural Center, located in, that's considered West End, right?
That West End.
That's West End, West Side. You know, I guess tell us a little bit about that, man. You know, because the people who know, but
and he's been on here before and spoke on it, but
shout out to my crew, man. Shout out to my council of elders. The board. Like, man, I'm so proud to be a part of a winning team, bro. Like, so many times I done been a part of something that we always struggling, we always losing, we always saying what we wish we could do, but we doing it. I want to shout out to 2 of my founding directors, Deontay Payne and Benny Hurst, Big Magic, man. They came and sat down to the table with me and helped me facilitate my dream as long as they could, and then they had to go back to their real life, and I love y'all for that, man. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. So everybody that came through there that helped it be what it is, but the Crescent is the people. We just I call it like a little ragtag crew. We do what we can do, but the Crescent is the people, man. We put on for the people, and the people come and fill out and do what they do, from the volunteers to and what you need to, you know. I gotta send a shout out to Jefferson County Family Resource Center. They partner with us, man. That's how I'm able to actually have the restore class at the Crescent, man. And the work is phenomenal. The high school, shout out to the high school fraternities that rock with the Crescent, man. Everybody, like, we in West End, but the city do utilize us. They come from everywhere, man. So I'm appreciative. They come from out of town. This is our 3-year anniversary. I got the key on the 5th. Like 3 years ago, I saw the memory, and all day I was trying to get home to post, to share it and post it and have my little, and I missed it.
But you know,
because I was
man,
busy.
but you know, man, we
saying?
we got something in common. You said 3 years. We've been here 22 years. August 5th.
Okay, that's
August
what's
5th,
up.
2002.
Yeah, man, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
that's something. You know something since you brought it up, baby. Thank you.
Alright.
I ain't even saying nothing about it. Damn, we might well celebrate the whole week.
You know what I'm saying?
Just passed too.
Yeah, that was Monday because it was Thomas' birthday too.
We having something on the 17th. We having our open house. How we do it, we don't be like tripping on nobody. We enjoy the summer. Sometimes we don't get to, we do so much that we don't get to enjoy the amenities. So we just tell everybody who want to come, they can come, but we cook out in the front. Shout out to my partner Nardo, brought big lobster tail this big last year, and he ain't doing too good right now, man. I need y'all to pray for him, you know what I'm saying? He was instrumental in helping the Crescent grow our work for the development, bought all our tools back there. Like, I love you for that, bro. And we been down since high school. I'm standing 10 toes down for you, man. I love you, bro. Yeah, the Christian, bro, Mr. Walter, Mama Synovia, man, Brother Walter, something serious. Y'all, that's who need to come on him. He'll be standing up, putting it down, man. I love Brother Walter, man. Mama Synovia, Brother Barber. Yeah, the Christian is, and I'm just talking about, it's the energy. You gotta have, like, that energy, bro.
Feeling,
I ain't even talk about what we do yet. I try to describe how my love for my people and the energy that we put in there, and that's in there, man. It's amazing. When you walk in there, you can feel the energy of our ancestors and our positivity and wisdom. It's something serious. But we do a host of things, man. We got trauma-informed yoga. We got mentoring classes. We do cognitive behavior therapy, man. We got the Moors there, 501c4 status correction right there inside the center. We got the doulas, birthwell partners helping the young pregnant moms, man, with pregnancy because of the mortality rate in black women is so high, man. Thank y'all for coming to be there and do that. Thank y'all, Birthwell. Man, so much. I know I'm gonna be leaving folks out. We got art, copper, paintings, dashikis, biddles. Like, we got what we call the Christian exchange, and you come in there, you know. You can pay money or you can exchange it for something. It's the Christian exchange. Our people used to barter and used to trade value. So we do that, and we got an internet cafe in there, man. Like, we do a lot of stuff there, man. 2 studios, practice stage for bands, and we got a gym in there, adolescent workforce development in the back where we can build anything, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my barber, Kobe. Kobe came straight from the street on some real stuff. We made a deal. He was gonna get in school, finish school as a barber. And so we got a barber right in the front of the Chris. Came from a little cubby hole and put him right in the front. I'm proud of him. Like he's standing up, man. A Suave Cuts, that's the name.
What's up, man?
I'm proud. So, and I'm trying to get them to start teaching folks. Now, you got to pay it forward, Kobe. I'm on the glad right here now. Now, I can say anything right here. Okay, now. All right. So, shout out to Kobe, man. I think he's 19, almost finna turn 20, man. I'm proud of him, man. Cole. Yeah, man.
Come here, take it somewhere.
Latonya Tate, we do notary services.
Hey, Miss Tate.
She can marry you over there. Latonya Stearns, that's her name. Man, we had a Hebrew Israelite wedding on Juneteenth at the Crescent a couple years ago, bro. That's huge.
Oh yeah.
Like, Conscious Fest coming up. We got a yeah, see, we shut down in the summer because we ain't got no heat no air over there in the warehouse side, so it'd be too hot. So we ain't finna have nobody passing out and then, so we shut down to kind of cool off. You know what I'm saying? The weather started to break, but it usually be like the end of August, and so we crank up for the season all the way till summer again. You see what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to see if I get them out down there, man.
Man, we.
Cause y'all do too much for the community to shut down, man. That breaks the hard y'all shut down.
Yeah, but the friends still come. We got some people that's die hard that still come, so I'm appreciative of that. You know what I'm saying? But we really want to have some top tier accommodations like other people for our people, man. You know, we got to quote $64,000 to get that air straight over there, bro. Like, okay, you know, I'm gonna sign my name on it. I'm gonna do it. I don't know how. I'm gonna do it though. You know what I'm saying? So I can make sure everybody they be in there, man. They rock with us anyway, like cause it's for them. And we had no incidents. 300 and 400 kids, bro. Like consistently, like practicing.
Certain energy ain't gonna let certain stuff.
Yeah,
happen,
man. It's.
And then one thing you said, I heard you mention that status correction.
Yeah.
I got to come over there and check that out. The more and more and the older I get, cause it's like I know, but I ain't just took the time out just to do it. And, and you saying it's almost like, God damn, you a whole nother year.
Right.
Because that right there, that's life changing.
You know, man, we spend time doing a lot of stuff, and sometimes we stay up late. You know, I call burning the midnight oil. And if you ain't educating yourself, then you wasting your time.
Yeah.
And you gonna pay for it at some point. But when you burn the midnight oil and you educating yourself on some stuff and it's making sense for you, then your alignment starts to happen. And sometimes you don't have to do anything. Just the knowledge of what you learn and how you begin to move, things begin to align, and you don't have to do anything. So it ain't always what you do. It really is what you know, because what you know dictates how you operate.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it line up. Alignment is real.
Yeah.
It's really chakras is real. Like if you can slap your hand and feel that energy, you might can't see the vibration, but you felt it.
Yeah.
And it's real. You got palm chakras. You know.
What's the operating hours of Crescent? I know you said y'all shut down right now for the.
Well, that was just we were shut down for events.
Okay.
Every day. We still open every day, yo.
What's the operating hour? Like when y'all start in the morning, what time y'all shut down?
9 o'clock to about 7. And the fresh leave at 8 o'clock. So I want to say 9 to 8 on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then it'll be like 9 to 7 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Fridays, we are now announcing that's finna roll out. We're cranking up our elderly calendar, Christian elderly calendar. We got elder game night in September. October, we got, I think it's the elder prom, it's the senior prom. We're gonna do, we got the chair aerobics, and it's all the way to January. We got events for them every month, man. We proud of because we don't pay homage back enough. And we gotta start showing our kids how we respect our elders, so if we don't show them, they ain't gonna respect us the same way.
Yeah.
So, you know, we can't make them feel like they ain't worth it or they ain't included in. Man,
What's the age limit on the elderly, man?
65, like what?
Start at 65.
Yeah, cause we got.
I know some niggas look 65. About 47.
Yeah, we really want to celebrate the elders, man, and
Cause I know a few of them, man, like a couple old fellas like to put on church shoes any day of the week.
So,
I love to go to that senior prom.
the flyers gonna come out and all that, man. We working on something new. Gonna try to pull a trick from the politician playbook and send out the flyers through the mail. You know what I'm saying? So different zip codes can. We can really target some people and help some families with some of the resources and stuff, man. But yeah, we shout out to Be Kind Birmingham. They closed in the city, man, and they doing it with no grant money, no nothing. And they doing that, and it's really just a couple of them, like 2 people, but they numbers is phenomenal. Shout out to Be Kind Birmingham for sure. Yeah, man.
That's what's happening. But you know, one thing I love about all of the ski years since I met you, was always all right with me, that you even take the time out in the interview that was for you to shout out other people, because you'd be surprised a lot of people who would turn around like,
That right.
you know what I'm saying, and just do it. And because that's real, because if that energy good and you can keep on spreading around, it only gets bigger. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm mad about you, man, for real. Ever since I mentioned that, what it been.
Yeah, man.
It's about the collective, man, and that's what it's always gonna be about.
That's right.
When more know that, I think the better it'll be. You know.
That's right. Well, since we done went there, shout out to We Win. That's Angelique Todd with her organization, and shout out to Carrie Bunton and the whole Jefferson County Family Resource Center team. You know what I'm saying? They definitely making the impact. I gotta give them they little, like, right there in the city, right there in 35211, 35204. You know, and like I said, and the Christian, we serve the city too. You know what I'm saying? And Restore. Let me not say nothing about Restore. We serve the entire Jefferson County, and we deal with just as impacted and community members like, and it was just two of us, and we served over 230 some kids and over 1,100 touches with that, and with parent engagement, like, and real live stories. We got kids with their own apartment that come from so far in the trenches we met in detention, and now we elevate them all the way to their own apartment. We got one in college right now in Lawson State from locked up, like real live success stories, like some real like, man, listen, bro. And it's only been right at 17 months. And we already making that kind of impact. And the numbers is stupid. Like, and not just to be in a numbers thing, but people love to say what you ain't doing, but you can't see what we doing in that regard, because we dealing with youth and juvenile. We can't post and show all of this stuff. They just as impact the kids and all kind of things that confidentiality is a part of. And again, if we don't educate ourselves to the people, that's why I'm gonna tell the people what's really going on. Like, it's so much work going on, but you can't see it all. And some of the reports we had to give behind closed doors is so sensitive. We dealing with murders, we dealing with child abduction and sex trafficking, and you name it, what's out here. And I ain't come from feeding the homeless. I came from that, so I went back to that. That's what we were talking about, Anski versus Anthony. You see what I'm saying? Anski was out there in that, so Anski went back to that. And I'm grateful that the Most High gave me the mindset to want to rectify some of the wrong ideas, bro. Because if folks get out and keep on going, we don't care.
But see, but that's the thing, though. That's the difference. The only difference between you and others is that you answered the call. That's the only difference. Because I think the Most High touch a lot of people in that way, but some people, if it ain't about no money, they ain't doing it. If it ain't publicized, they ain't doing it. Yeah. Or some of them just feel like, I'm not doing it.
They haven't changed.
So for the few people in the organizations out there that's really, what people don't realize, neglecting their homes in some cases. Or not necessarily neglecting, but time away from home. Definitely. Which can cause problems in your house with your girl if they ain't directly in it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Definitely. I say, we live at the center, but we sleep at the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We really be working, man. So I kind of had to shift some stuff, but I couldn't miss this. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Hey, what's up? Man business every day, all day.
Man business, no doubt,
every
man.
Every day, all day. We gotta. I know we started off with that head and talking about it, but we want to make sure we graze over that part of the artist.
I just, no doubt,
man, and that video and song is live. You know, I'm still a black dollar man. Though, you know, that boy ain't been out there. I don't know if that one been beat yet on my ASCII playlist, but that man being most definitely creeping up the charts. It's hard, dog.
That black dollar still on the playlist.
That black dollar don't play.
Man, I appreciate it. I gotta shout out my kids, man. We got a mantra, what we say at the beginning and the end of every class. You know what I'm saying? And if they was in here right now, I asked them, what you standing on? And they were like, I stand on man business.
Right.
I said, what's man business? They said, I stand on self-discipline. I stand on self-respect. I stand on self-accountability. I stand on self-control. I stand on self-observation. I stand on man business. Boy, them young boys standing on man being I'm proud on.
That was him.
Shout out to my crew. Shout out to my crew. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
the name of this group that you speaking on?
It's Restore. It's the Restore program.
Okay, because I know we got the program. I don't know if we just heard if they got an actual name.
Yeah, so the Restore program is a now it's a federal grant. Like it was designed by Jefferson County Family Resource Center, who actually came to the Crescent and sought me out and was like, hey, I like the work that you're doing down here. I got an opportunity. You want to take it woo the woo? And so I was able to come down into the juvenile and the family court system and able to work directly with them. We able to build the program out from just the pilot that the city funded. They was able to get the funding from the city. Shout out to the city for that. The city funded it for 2 years and we was and 2 years ain't even got here yet. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the money they saw the work and the impact, and so we was also awarded a federal grant where we could expand it because 16 was too late. You got to get to them quicker than that. So we expanded to from 11 to 19, and now in the entire Jefferson County, not just in the city of Birmingham. So that was real impactful, and now we got a team. Shout out to the team, man. Some of them already been doing the work. Carmon, Candace Littleton, Arnetta, man, Angelique, man. We got a real team now that we can touch more and help more and really be impactful and partner more with more people. Like shout out to Cherie. I keep saying that we always talking. Shout out to Milton. We always talking and trading information and sending kids and referring kids like this. Our people don't know that though. They just see bad kids. That's all they know.
Yeah.
Or they just make the statements that ain't nothing going on. Ain't nobody doing nothing.
Oh
See,
man,
I think,
it really is.
I think that's just some fat shit, or people think fat to say.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to say that and say no, man, such and such.
Yeah.
It'll be,
Right.
but it's hard for them to just say, cause I don't know, I ain't involved.
Right.
It sound better to say that, and then the people who are involved, like the young lady would be a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Be a blessing. What she did with a lot of homeless folks, help pay power bills and all that. It's like I heard for I don't know what she doing the money. You right, cause you don't know.
Because you don't know. That's
But
right.
she's
You ain't
still
sitting
doing
out
it.
doing the work,
And
bro.
it's stuff, yeah.
That's why you don't know what you're doing with it.
Man, and people don't realize, man, when you do take in money, if you're an honest person, and that's most Sagittarius, I want to let y'all know that. If you're an honest person and you receive, let's just say, $24,000 in stuff to pay people bills and buy clothes, 9 times out of 10, that 24 gonna probably be about 25, because you gonna spend money, time, effort, and shit out of your pocket to make it
what
happen.
people don't know is
People don't see that.
non-profit law or bylaws
Oh, yeah.
or position. If you don't know, you can only assume. And so you don't know who the fool and who the wise man when you see two folks, they're wilding out.
Yeah.
So if they ain't willing to be educated, that's one thing. But going out the way to stop a fool, you might need to just get back for a minute. Get back.
Let them wild.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. And I used to, I wanted to do this. I would love to have somebody but ultimately, we can do what we want to do without anybody getting in the way.
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
gotta be true to the mission.
well, that's right. And burn that midnight oil and learn
Yeah.
how to navigate this system to be able to do that.
That's right.
No doubt. And I mean, it's really there, but we don't like reading. We don't want to look at nothing in no book. And as soon as they tell you lying, man, you got to be lying. Then it still take you 10 years, and you watch everybody pass you doing it. But you won't do
All
it.
you gotta do is check it out.
But like you said, hey, back to that propaganda thing, a lot of
Yeah.
people bought into that a lot of us hate each other, can't get along and all that, cause I hear people say it all the time, and sometimes I have to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to say, man, shut your dumb ass up.
Yeah.
Man, black folk don't get along.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, we been knowing each other for years. We never had a problem. We two black folks, ain't. I said, what about him? And him. I said, basically what I'm saying is the shit you spewing out your mouth ain't even really what you really saying. A lot of times you speak it up so much, you give it way more props than what it really deserves.
But guess what that is? You manifesting. Because what these rappers doing? They speaking on death, what's happening? They
Yeah.
speaking on Rico cases, what's happening? Like, you manifesting that. They ain't understanding the power in the tongue. Life and death in the power of the tongue,
Yeah,
ain't it?
absolutely.
Okay. So, I mean, we can, man, awareness, consciousness, the Conscious Fest, October 5th. Shout out to the Crescent Conscious Fest, October 5th. This is our 4th annual Conscious Fest. Shout out to Mama C, original Black Panther, exiled to Tanzania, got her citizenship over there. Come back every year to the Crescent and bless us with the blessings and the gifts from the motherland. Shout out to Mama C. Shout out to Abdullah Ghazi, George Jackson, National Gun Club representative, the new Black Panther Party representative that's coming to the Crescent October 5th. Conscious Fest is finna be lit.
Barbershop Stories, the podcast, episode 124.
So,
With the Crescent
what's
Center
some
and
things you just talked about some people that's coming to Conscious Fest. What's some things that you can kind of expect to see, or expect to be involved in when you come check out Conscious Fest? Because I've seen it, I've never attended.
Man, so I'm gonna give you one scenario of Conscious Fest. Okay, so we had a taste of one of our chefs, food chefs, African chefs came in and laid it out and had her own section where you had to pay to go in and eat and get food and learn African. Even a display where she could teach you how she was cooking the stuff. It was super raw. Then we had the Moors, Grand Sheik speak. We had the Hebrew Israelite representative. I don't want to misquote what they is. Then we had the Nation of Islam. Then we had Kemet first. Kemetic was first. And then the Moors, and then the Christian, and then the Hebrew Israelite, then the 5% Nation of God and Earth. All in front of that. We supposed to be enemies. No, they was speaking countriness, and it's like if you had one book, it just fell into place. Who was who? It was so beautiful. It's never been done and never been done since. But I'm trying to reach out to the Buddhist community that I met a Buddha at the International Peace Conference that was downtown last year, 2023. Like, so he can come and share some of that consciousness with us, man. Like, your mind, it ain't gonna bust. Put something in. You can't never stop putting that in it, man.
People got a block.
It ain't gonna bust, man.
A lot of people got the road block just like he's like.
Right. Unlimited memory.
Man, what, man?
It might push a little out, but it ain't gonna push out there you need to know.
Yeah,
but
man.
You know the dangerous thing about learning something new is that you gotta act on it, or it's gonna eat you alive.
Well, really.
Like, once you know that 1 + 1 ain't 8 no more, you find out it's 2, you'll sound really bad. Still hollering at 7 because you know better. So, yeah, man, a lot of people scared for real. Like, a lot of people, they talk about the blessings and what they want, but a lot of people scared to cross the street because the other side is going to require a little bit more action.
That's right, Will.
We speak on it, not to cut you off, Steve, but we done spoke on it before in here because I couldn't let that point go before we leave it. This little excerpt right here, we done spoke on it in the shop before about all those groups coming together and meeting up and really actually be productive and positive without a clash happening. That's what's up though, man. To actually hear that happen.
We definitely got that. The memories finna come around. It's finna come around 1, 2, and 3 because this number 4. So that was the first event that I had at the Crescent. When I got the key, I was like, okay, let me come in here and put my little energy in here. And I was like, what can we do? Community center, like consciousness. Conscious Fest. Never been a Conscious Fest anywhere ever in the history of. Wham, everybody come with what you know, and we build. I put all the books on the table. We had one table, about 4 tables long, with all the books of consciousness we got in there, open from the Light of Egypt to you name it. We got it. George Jackson, Blood in My Eye, everything on the table, bro. And people just going around, man, just listen, bro. Conscious Fest be something serious. So we had open mic. Who can speak the most life in the room and win the dope prize? Like it's real Conscious Fest.
Who can speak the most
life.
Life, okay, into the room.
Yeah, into the room.
I would love to be a part of that.
Oh man,
I sure
what?
would. Been so fat.
You know what I'm saying? Why don't you come and do something if you in town? Come and just light it up. You know?
Just say, I don't mind, man.
Yeah, man. Whatever.
No,
Y'all
man.
welcome. Like, let's come through, man.
What you think about the word woke?
That's a good question.
Expound on that word, man, and how it's been. Well, how you see it. And what you think about it first, and then we'll talk about it, chop it up. In the word, in the definition of how we use it today.
I'm gonna say we kind of did this thing that they did. They called us niggas, and then we took it back and we called it, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then we would start saying woke, and then they start, saying woke mom, and then kind of turn it to something that was. And so we so easily influenced by other cultures and other people and what other people say that we'll take down. So now people looking at woke as if it's derogatory. Right. But it's like standing on business. Standing on business don't mean what grown folk think it is. It means sliding and spinning and, crashing out on standing regardless. Like, so for real, man, if somebody around me debating words, you ain't helped a motherfucker. You ain't, man.
You worried about the wrong thing.
I ain't got.
I agree. And the definition, I guess is only important between the people who communicate. Because as long as they know what each other talking about, that's all that matters.
And then they got what they call code switching. So you going to hear folks talk differently with everybody. I pride myself in being the same me. I don't care who in the room.
Thank you.
I ain't walking these. My ass going to stay pointing to the ground. And
we had to get that out there because we was talking about conscious and woke down there. Went together at one point in time.
And it's all that. They would have their t-shirts on, stay woke at country fest like me. And come on with the foolery too. Cause you'll get some straightening in here.
Right. You'll get what you're looking for.
You'll get some straightening in here. Like you won't learn. We tell everybody there, acid.
Yeah.
Acid.
Yeah.
Cause between the answer in there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Between the people in there, the wisdom and the books in there, the answer in there.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But and the sad part, a lot of people just won't accept it.
They don't even know that's their flag they pass about. We got the African flags out there. Mm-hmm. They don't even know that's their flag.
Yeah. I seen the video you did when the guy stopped and asked you. Was that you or was that somebody else that asked you about the flags? It was a white guy.
I love it.
And he was just walking by out the blue, and I seen him gaze up.
He was a dude that was a mole. He was a mole.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, that was turned into some whole other
situation. That was something different.
Yeah.
Okay, cause he knew exactly what they were, and like you said, the average person riding by him every day, and
he was taking
they must be
pictures,
some such or something.
He was trying to be secret about it, and then when we ran him off, we followed him. He got in the car and went on so we would be on.
So he wasn't just walking by the hump, he was over there for that.
That wouldn't have a stand.
Yeah.
And anytime you got something of that magnitude, like that can touch you from the corner to the world stage, then it's gonna be people that catch wind of that. Like we have sat in on some real big conversations, me and Brother Walter, man. So we ain't just known in Alabama and Birmingham. People on some pretty big platforms know about the Crescent and globally, especially in Africa.
That's what love.
Yeah, for real. Tanzania, like I said, with Mama C, and then in Ghana and then Nigeria, like we got some real plugs with some real people and organizations and governments.
And they let you know too, sending them moles like that.
Yeah,
that's something else, man. Because I like to read about all them acronym organizations, CIA, FBI, and all that. And one thing I always like to look up about them is when they started and why they started and what they doing now. And it was always talking about with the FBI, Black Messiah. So it was almost like, so boom, we're gonna kill everybody who look like they foul here. And killed don't necessarily mean the death, it can either be prison, it can be a physical death, it can be just a slander, Like my man, I can't say his name.
They cut the money off.
Yeah, cut the money off, put rape charges on them, say they mess with children.
That cut the money off.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
So it's like,
That's for sure.
So it's like when you see people like that, it's almost like, what organization something? Because you know ain't no regular person that just came out of Hollywood.
I looked it up, bro.
Like,
It's been a minute now because he did say something enough to make me look it up, and I looked it up and traced it back and all of that. So yeah, and then like we got people for that though. Like I don't even supposed to be speaking on that. We got people for that. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, you get an organization working like that. I think one thing what most melanated organizations always left out when they was doing so many peaceful things, that sometimes it ain't gonna be peaceful.
Yeah. Well,
that's necessary. I don't know why people don't like
Project 25. The little dude who supposed to be the chairman or whatever said, it's gonna be a peaceful exchange, or it's gonna remain bloodless unless the left allow it. As long as the left allow it. So it's already been rhetoric and threat of some real harm and stuff like that, and people ain't really looking at who the heritage folks is.
Heritage Foundation.
Yeah, and so I mean they exist. How could you? They exist like the sun exists. You don't believe in the sun and what they do, and so we don't supposed to believe in that what he doing over there. Stop it.
Now speaking on that, and Ski, Sam, myself, and a few others, those conversations come up about 2025. Now, Sam, of course, he'll tell you how he feel about it, but like for me, a lot of people don't know, Project 2025, it was a Project 2020, it was Project 2000.
Yep. And they shopping the areas.
And the only thing people don't realize is that it's stuff like that all the time. Yep. And nobody looks into it, but now we're in an era where you can just, Project 25, yep. He gonna be a dictator. Them motherfuckers already dictators. Nobody ain't tell you that, man, send no money over there, you crying. Ain't nobody tell you. So it's like, people don't realize in the census already a lot of that stuff they talking about.
As far as I know, I think it was Reagan that said the United States was the police for the world. So they was already on something else. Yep. But, hey, that's neither here nor there, I guess. But, yeah, man, the politics game, it do what it's designed to do. It keeps the people separated. It keeps them controlled. It's divisive. So long as it's classes systems, long as it's no free health care like other countries, how they can be all of that and have free health care? I'm just saying, and how we can pillage our people with the medicine, man. How we can make the medicine capitalist, Like it's some stuff you don't need no more answers for, bro. I don't need no more proof, so I can't really focus on it. I know what they gonna do. Yeah. I need to help who I can help, cause I'ma need them in a minute.
But see, you talking real boots on the ground, everyday person politics.
Yeah.
When you get to talking about healthcare and different things and medicine and helping the children and different things like that, because
we the medicine.
We exactly. But we know that, like you said, you turn on Fox and ABC and CBS and all these news stations, they ain't gonna give you nothing but that politic rhetoric, you know what I'm saying?
That is the medicine.
That's it.
And that go back to
stay away from
you gotta educate yourself. Yeah. If you don't educate yourself, you're gonna fall into the tricks that they present before you. It is where self-determination is. If you don't determine what your future gonna look like, somebody gonna determine it for you. Okay.
I heard Robert Walker say this statement right here. People say, man, I ain't studying no politics. I ain't interested in politics. And to know Robert, he's a real soft-spoken, sarcastic, older man.
Yeah.
He was like, you may not be interested in politics, but politics is interested in you.
That's right.
And hearing him say it, and this was years ago when he said he's the president of the Wyoming neighborhood. Yeah. And Robert, I think he would have been a great politician. He got a couple old school ways, which is expected, but overall, he's a solid dude, man.
Everybody got a personal outlook.
He just with no nonsense.
To me, I'm like you. I'm a do something about it kind of dude.
Yeah.
But I can't do something about everything. I gotta focus on one thing that I can do. Now, for me to do that, I had to try to shift my life. First, I gotta educate myself. Then I got to shift everything around my life around till it's just that, so I can really make an impact. Cause I can't just do that on the side. I can't do that when I feel like it. I can't just. So I don't do that. I got an opinion about it, but until I can do something about it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not that I'm not interested or I don't, but it's an etiquette to everything, and I try to stay in line with it, and that's more so now because of the partners that I got. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to embarrass them either. We doing too much work, and people gonna talk about you right or wrong. I already didn't say too much, hey, but at least where I care enough to say, well, listen, it is what it is. Whether you knew this, what I stand on, that's why I stand on what I stand on with my chest out the way I do, because I'm gonna keep it 100 right here.
And see, and then one thing about it too, Ansky, and I had to realize it too, because sometimes doing right could seem like you almost end up being a loner.
No doubt.
Even though you're not, because I'm telling you something I realized, and I love sharing this with people, is that some people watch you from a distance just saying, I hope that nigga keep doing right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, now, if you do some wrong shit now, it's coming all the way out. Mm-hmm. But it's way more people support you than you'll probably ever see. Because doing right now is almost like a myth. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When people go to tell me, nah, man, I ain't with none of that shit. Nah, man, it's like, for real? Mm-hmm. Because, even when they speak about it in most theologian books, it speak about it's going to come a time where right going to look like wrong, and wrong going to look like right.
That's right.
And we definitely, if ain't nobody seen it, we definitely at that time.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm talking about full speed in a car with 6 gears, we're in the 7 gear.
I'm like this. I'm an action item dude. Like, and I ain't never really thought about it here, but we right here and we on the camera. So what we gonna do though? What we gonna do? Like, I rock with y'all. I put my money behind something. We say we gonna do it. We gonna do it for let's say we gonna do something and do it. Yeah. Like I ain't from East Lake, but if you knew somebody block was blocked off, I put up half the food money. Just go turn the party out on their block and bring them outside and knock on the doors and then let's start somewhere or do something anywhere. Like, but I'm with an action item if y'all with it. I'm just saying that's how I get out.
Like I said, East Lake is my community.
That's right.
So
I live on here.
Even on the north end by the park.
Even some of the hood problems don't affect over in East Lake Estates.
East Lake Estates?
Yeah, East Lake Estates.
Okay.
Yeah,
you gotta show me where that's at.
Yeah, I got 3 white neighbors and a couple Mexicans. That's East Lake Estates, baby.
He said East Lake Estates.
Yeah.
You gotta show me where that's at.
But I'm with that though, Ansky.
That's 35206 and a half.
Yeah, 35206. Yeah, but we 35206 5214.
I got you.
Now, if you want to do that, and straight up, you hear me say this live. Now, this is live on YouTube. Yeah. Look it up.
That's right.
Look it up.
That's right.
Look it up.
That's right.
So, it's like, whenever, first thing we'll do, of course, first order of business, we'll sit down, whether it's here or whether at the Christian Center. The first thing we'll do, we'll just go knocking on doors on whatever block we want to do it. And then, even with that, we can have stages, whatever we want to do out there. And I'm with it. I'm dedicated to saying we'll walk door to door. Because I'm from that neighborhood. It ain't like it can't happen.
Well, how about this? Because, see, if you give the people a choice, they'll make a decision. Mm-hmm. So we can put together a little 3-question survey that we can knock on the door with. Yeah. And we can do it so simple as A, B, and C, what you want to have out here. And we're going to do it no cost to you, and it's for the block. For the block. And we go down and we tally up and we see what they say they want to have, and then we do it. I'm with that. All right.
I'm with
sure.
it. I'm with it.
All right, that's how you make a move right there.
I'm with it.
That's how. And now who coming with us? Eastside.
And the kid part though, Ansky, speaking about this in love, it's gonna be so easy. The hardest part is gonna be out there walking door to door. And it ain't gonna be hard, but that's gonna be the hardest part.
Yeah.
The rest of it gonna just fall into place.
That's what it do. That's what it do.
The better part of it.
Well, I'm excited now. We got something to do. Then we got something to do, and we can get the barbershop story cameras out there and make sure they capture it. That's right.
K1,
That's right.
K1 with the whole hat.
That's right.
Shout out to K1 with the whole hat, just like this one, but it's black on black.
That's right.
Yeah, and the whole stand for helping out elders.
Helping out easily.
You see that what it say? Recovery.
That's right. I like that too.
I own that.
That's right. Helping out easily.
That's right. Man, that's what it do, man. I always feel good when I come here, man. I appreciate it. And the consistency of how long you been doing this, bro. Like, I think we did one in the pandemic.
Yeah. And you know something, man, this episode 124, we really would have been at probably, probably about 180, close to 200. Mm-hmm. But there's a few of them we missed because, when they were telling everybody about shot and shit, a lot of people didn't want to come out, but we were like, man, I don't care about this shit, man. Come on. Mm-hmm. That's how I was.
And for real, that's kind of how life is. Everybody live their life in a certain line. People that don't watch the news at all, they move different. They ain't studying because they don't know it. You see what I'm saying? People that really living in the trenches, they ain't watching the news. They out here in it. Like people, what you feed yourself is how you operate. And so again, to the parents, social fantasy violence. Pay attention. This is the new trend. Fantasy, it's been a trend, but now you want to understand what's really going on. Mm-hmm. Fantasy violence is a movie rating, and that's how they say when it's just unnatural killing. It's fantasy. It's killing so much killing that it's not real. It's fantasy. Well, that's the rating. We watch that on movies. It's in TV. It's on sitcoms. It's in the gaming system. It's in social media. It's in. You see that your kid watch a movie and Rambo kill everybody up, whoever the new that is that's got all the guns, and then they go and play Call of Duty, or get out your face and go play Call of Duty all evening, all night, and then when they get that Stolo and they get that Draco, what you think they gonna do? They gonna practice what they been feeding themselves. It's in the music. Oh, kill a nigga. So now you feeding yourself from every platform murder. What do you think your kid doing? Stop acting like you don't know what they doing. They doing it, man. They sliding. Yes, sir. No, man. I ain't doing that. That wasn't me. That's a lie. Now I gotta be don't act like. If you didn't know, I'm trying to educate you on what it looks like.
First step to helping the community is help the house. Take it on.
You gotta know, man. I seen a memory. I put out 10 steps to identify that your kid in a gang if you didn't know. And didn't nobody hit that mother.
You put out
it was about
the school to prison pipeline.
They ain't hear me now.
Diagram.
Okay, now I got to go up on the billboard. I got to make them. I gotta make them see it.
Now let me ask you this. Now this kind of off topic, but I gotta ask you just because I think it's relevant to what we're talking about. A lot of the politicians that's in office now, a lot of them don't have children, wife or husband, or nothing like that. Do you think those politicians, it's just a question, an open out question, do you think those politicians make a different decision when it comes to community oriented programs than somebody who has a family would? I had to slide that one in there because I'm gonna tell you why.
It's relevant as hell, bro. It really is. And I got 2 answers. Definitely, yes, it makes a difference. Mm-hmm. But the difference, in my opinion, would be the family man would definitely be family oriented, and his policy and procedures would be about empowering the family and such and such. No doubt, that's a given. But the person that's not, they would be efficient, sleek, streamlined, no nonsense. It's just me, play hard, work hard. And that's the kind of city you will get, so to speak. But I personally, and that's what it'll take, because the one that come home to the family, he got to pause on her with that. She got to be his backbone for that. And she also got to be the teacher for that kid, because she the #1 educator. You see what I'm saying? So the shit that's in that, I would rather you be single and don't poison the family behind that, because it'll be more damage poisoning the family. And it'll be more damage. I don't get no more kids because I couldn't bring them in this world. I felt like I'd have been doing them a disservice.
That's interesting because, you know, growing up, and I'm sure you remember this, that was always the speech. Oh, he's a family man. That was a wife. That was 4 children. That was 2 dogs. And both of them, 1 dog, 1 cat, and he's gonna have a pig.
It's still the model.
Yeah,
to a lot of people, to a lot of traditional
Trump
outlooks.
said, hold up. Yeah. Guess where model Trump ran? And Trump said, he's an average guy. This is an average guy. He's every average American. Like, damn, Trump, he's so fucking cynical, man. Oh my God, how weak.
If he don't make it in politics, he can I definitely book him.
Man,
personal attacks, his damn, that's his calling here.
Yeah, man.
If he got the call, boy, he the man to send in.
All right, so I asked you the question about the family as far as in politics.
Right.
What about far as a person come into it extremely rich or wealthy, or a person who worked their way through the ranks?
It makes a difference. Like,
because some people,
you got all of that.
Because we always see people vote really like I know in most politics, it's really about who brings the most money and who the most popular. Most people don't read nothing about policies and what they doing and how they came up. So you think that makes a difference in candidacy? Who would you want?
I mean, typically I want the person that'll help me help people. You know, that's what I would want. But I do know politics designed to help you on one hand and make it hard for you on the other. Like, man, you could go either way. It just depends on the person. Like, with us in our adult age, of course, we're going to want what looks like stability, what's going to look like. But our future, our young folks that ain't even thinking about that, those are the people that's going to reap the repercussions behind what the hell is really going on. Yeah. And so if we ain't educating them on what to look for and grooming them, ain't a new term, but it's being regurgitated now. If we not grooming them in consciousness, in awareness, in awakeness, then we doing our own future a disservice.
Yeah.
So, keep posing questions, keep making folks think, bro. Maybe somebody will catch on somewhere. I appreciate it, I come for it,
and I love it, man, because I remember even when I was in radio, I used to just like to start shit because really
you still in radio.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because see, I always hated when everybody just agreed on one thing.
Oh, let me give you some fun.
Whatever.
So y'all know, to everybody that have performed at the Stardome, I was first, and then something happened, and we ain't got to talk about it, and then I ain't get to do it, but Benny didn't give up. He kept on going, and now look at all the stars you was able to make because you ain't give up and you kept on going. I'm proud of that, bro. You didn't bust some doors on that nobody don't really say nothing about. You know what I'm saying? Or it's not said enough about, or that's Benny, he cool, he ain't tripping like that. No, man. It's hard to do that with musicians and artists, and we was the last on the totem pole. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I got something special about man being, but I gotta wait till they say something about it. I gotta wait till they say something about it.
We're gonna say that best for last.
It's super. Not y'all. I'm talking about
the
big news that I got about that is coming soon. I just gotta wait till they say something about it, and then I can speak on it. But I got some real big news about that.
And it's interesting, man. You had mentioned something about the start on. I remember when I first started doing it. Like I say, anything I get into, and it's like don't think I'm talking around. It's just so many things want to come out their little mouth of mine. Right. When I first got into it, and when I get into shit, it don't really be for me. Even though the blessing came my way, it's almost hard for me to not see me putting somebody else in a position.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was like I heard somebody say, sometimes you just give away your blessing. I was like, well, I ain't asked you for nothing to eat either. I was like, even though it's tight, like Alabama Pal hit me for $5.31 that month at the house. You know what I'm saying? I got I too live for that shit. But my thing is that always felt like, man, you know, whatever you get, that shit really just ain't for you. So the first thing I thought about is that, hey man, I'm gonna fuck with the artists, and then I'm gonna fuck with comedians you ain't never heard of, but they good at what they do. And that's what I did. It ain't, and
still doing it.
And still doing it
That's
currently.
right.
And it's
That's
like,
right.
and it's so, man, all around the country. A lot of people don't know, man. I did a 35-city tour called The Recovering Hope.
I watched it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it, but it's like in Birmingham, I learned something. They either view you as big or small. You can't be in the middle because it's almost like, who has ski? I know ski. I go by that holler at the nigga tomorrow.
And realize I ain't well. You left me, dropped me off at.
But see, yeah, but
Oh,
the sad, they don't look at it that way because it's like for me, man. I had a dude. He ran into me today because I was doing cutting trees and cutting grass and all and running, fixing shit all day today. And I had ran into a dude. He said, "Oh shit, man, that's what's up, man. You ain't got no ticket to see Eddie Griffin do it this weekend, do it."
Oh wow.
And I was like, I like Ed. I said, Ed is a great guy, but I got a show Sunday. He looked at me almost like, what do you say that for? I'm like, I like Eddie Griffin. I like Eddie Griffin, but I got a show
I
Sunday.
gotta take it to mine.
Yeah, I got a show Sunday, man. I mean, you know, I don't know how you gonna do it, but you can get it from me.
That's
or
right.
you can go to that website and get the tickets. I'm like, man, I got shit, 4 local people on the show. This show, and then I got 2, you know, from out of town. I always rock with my folk out of town.
No
too.
doubt.
And it's like people don't realize, like, bro.
Now, I can tell, like, you gave me an opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to help you put some artists on the radio when you was doing that, like, bag up a couple times. I sent you a couple photos. I was proud of that, like,
Yes, sir.
like I appreciated that, you know what I'm saying? So you always been putting on, man, and I've been rocking with you. Like, I think it's the 5 sign and it's the work, you know what I'm saying? You true to what you do. And I went and came straight up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I
You
appreciate
true to
that.
what you do.
And see, people also don't look at it like this. When you doing shit right, it's gonna take longer.
That right.
Like I said, if I want to be rich, honestly, and I ain't saying this stunt, I could have been rich.
You know.
But at what cost? Certain shit I ain't willing to pay for.
2 things.
No, I'm good.
When I tell them, you know why I make them nervous? Because I'm doing this and I'm following the rules. I ain't breaking no rules, or they scared. They don't want to rock with me.
You don't know how to get to you. They don't know how to get to you. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You got to come and be all the way right.
Trying to
right.
sustain it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say trying to sustain it. You sustaining what you're doing though.
Yeah.
Man, and that's the blessing part.
You sustaining what you're doing.
That's the blessing
Same
part.
thing you just said about Bennett. And like he said, how I got script I follow, but it's being sustained.
Yeah.
You know, and people do need to appreciate having the home base. I'm gonna say about both of the platforms we spoke on, especially yours, Ski, and you know, of course, what Bennett do. But we have to appreciate, you know, as a city, town, state,
Yeah.
you know, area in the southeastern corner of this country. We have to appreciate having the outlet, because if you've been around long enough, you understand outlets that haven't always been in these deep corners of the South.
No.
Well,
Like you said, them doors weren't open for our artistry,
That's
for
right.
our
That's right.
music, for
That's
our
right.
movies, for our. So we have to appreciate these platforms, man. There's a lot of tools
That's right.
from various people throughout
That's
the city,
right.
because it's different platforms
That's
besides
right.
ours,
Right.
besides what y'all do at the Crescent,
Right.
like you just shouted out all the platforms
Yeah.
and agencies that's
Right.
doing stuff around the city with you.
Right.
And programs for elderly and all kind of citizens.
Right, right.
And what Bennett do for artistry, we have to appreciate having
That's
it, man.
right, man.
We ain't always got to go out of town to find it. Let's make what we got right here
That's right.
better and sustainable.
That's
but
right.
you know something, Sam? It's interesting, man, because, like, some of the stories I talk to with different cats in small town, like I'm at Enterprise twice a month. Shout out to Shirley down at Cisco's Bourbon and Cigar Lounge, man. I appreciate that opportunity. That we're going to make it work, Shirley. I do a Southern Soul once a month. I do a comedy show once a month. And all these comics in Southern Soul, they be rotating. So one day, you know, dude was talking to me, because I always tell him what I'm going to pay him.
Right.
I said, look, it ain't negotiable.
Right.
Like I tell you when I say
Right,
the
right.
price, because I know the game, man.
Right.
I know that in this entertainment field, from rap to poetry to singing or whatever, nobody really pays you, man, if you're not a draw.
That's right.
So what I did, honestly, it been a couple times I done lost too, where it be like, oh shit, boy. Well, I tell them, look, bro, I cannot pay you, but I will do this. I put you in a nice room, and I give you travel, meaning that you come and bring me your talents. I don't know if I'm gonna make no money or not, but I will cover that. So one chick just the other day, she was like, well, that ain't gonna work for me. And it's okay, well, I ain't mad at you. I said, but remember this though, you ain't offer me shit. I said, just as long as you remember that now. I was like, cause at the end of the day, Comic View, a lot of places you go to for the opportunity and all that, bro, you have to find a flight, you have to drive, you have to get a room. Ain't nobody paying for shit.
Still might not get put on.
And then just throw this out there, I'm a little semi-bougie. I only stay at the Hilton or Marriott. Shit, I'm at an age, man, my back getting little. I ain't gonna be right on sleeping on no motherfucking piece of bread. Man. And I ain't gonna even do my folks like that. So when I was telling them, I was like, look, dog, y'all keep complaining about the pay, but if you add up room and what I gave you in travel, I could have gave you that cash. But guess what you would have had to do?
Plus opportunity.
Yeah, because I'm like, man, some of these spots I get, man, I done had shows I lost $1,000 in a night. I tell you, I couldn't have on sale no dope. So, you know what I mean? It take to get $1,000.
Yeah, man.
So when I lose, I never stiff nobody on their money. I'm going to say, here get your money, because my money already set before I go.
Right.
So it's like, so if I win big, we ain't tripping. If I lose, bro, I'm still going to give you your money, unless you elect to give it back. Now, that's on you now. I don't turn down blessings either.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they don't be realizing the effort. Like, I even have people come at me and say, man, you ain't booked me. I like, I'm a comic too now. I do promotion, but I do comedy too, man.
Right,
so
that's right.
What you talking about?
Right.
I don't mind booking you, but it's certain people gonna have seniority over you that I really do business with. Shout out to Oscar P. Shout out to Meech Dog. Shout out to Smokey Robinson. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who are rich. Shout out to Skeeter G. Yeah, there's a lot of them I do business with around the country they're going to be priority.
That's right.
Shout out to Derrick Brooks. You know, them my Virginia folk. Newport News, Hampton, Virginia, all that shit. Norfolk. Right. So it's like when I see them people and I hear people say little shit about them, that's all right. You ain't going to fuck with them. Not when they here.
That's right.
It ain't going to happen.
That's right.
You know, and vice versa. So, man. So I feel what you're saying, though, Ansky, man. I'm riding with you. And I'm glad you brought that up about that block party. Yeah. But that was not my idea about it. Yeah. But I'm willing to goddamn ride with it. Because it's fine.
No doubt.
Straight up.
Well, that's what it do, man.
Walk right on top of that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is. Like I said, I got a short set. I've been waiting a while, too, goddamn. That was like east side, bitch.
Yeah. Go on. Just to show the fam, them folks that the community care, man. And y'all need to know each other. Y'all need to straighten up them looks y'all done gave each other, and
still making something out of nothing.
Right, man.
And see, now,
too much light on. Put the light on it.
And I wish I knew a couple of them some tree in the day, because I was cutting out them goddamn trees. They looked like it was just a few of them.
Yeah.
Until you got all them holes on the ground.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that shit still got my back hurt.
I ain't gonna lie. I know his folks live on one of them blocks. I'm under Snake. Brother and mom.
See, we can start with the closest one.
That might be one. Somebody we need to holler at by meet some people around now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And then, like you said, just walking the block. It's probably, that's one of them things where people know, oh, these motherfuckers for real. These motherfuckers for real. Like I said, I'm cold with that shit. I'm cold with it.
Well, we can get a date, a walk date within a week or so. What's up?
Yeah, we can do that. I know I don't cut hair on Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, I will, but that's like an off day for real.
Wednesday'll be good for me.
We can do Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday I'll be teaching class, afternoon classes. And you can come
Wednesday
speak,
most
man.
definitely be a better day for myself.
Yeah, y'all can come speak, man, and talk about the trade, the life, whatever, man, to the kids. Like, they hungry, bro. They need to see men. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than they get credit for, but y'all gotta know it's opportunities. Y'all know people that you can walk in like you. I know you would do it. Like you said, you did it. You always have done it with folks, whether they knew they was being mentored or not.
Yeah. I just feel like it's just what we supposed to do, man.
Yeah, man.
It's what we supposed to do, man.
It's on us.
Well, that's what it is, man. Hey, this has been a great episode of Barbershop Stories Podcast.
That's
episode 124 and Ski. But before we leave, we can't let you leave without doing. You got about 4 more things you got to do. You got to tell us your social media info. And the second thing would be cell phone number or number that they get, because everybody ain't on social media.
Yeah.
Thirdly, we need you to, you know what I'm saying, I guess, you know, let anything we might have missed.
Okay.
And fourthly, you got to rap the goddamn man business, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's the
Okay.
fourth one.
Okay, I do that one last. All right. Man, social media, Ansky205, Ansky Williams. Like, it's simple, Ansky Williams, that's my page. Ansky205, my artist page. But I be working, like, so you can hit me up, but I get to it when I get to it, you know what I'm saying?
Just like a Sagittarius.
What you
get
saying?
to it when I get to it.
My social media, what you saying?
Yeah, if it's a number they can get in touch with.
Okay.
If it's a number, yeah, because, you know, sometimes that's easier for...
If you wanna get in touch with the Crescent, you can call 205-545-1284, or you can call 645-8308.
Okay.
And social media for the Crescent is Crescent Cultural Community Center on Facebook, and Crescent Embassy on Instagram. And that's Embassy because of the status correction with the Moors, and we got the Grand Chic there. So, and you know, we making it do what it do. What else?
Shit, now we on man business now. Yeah, we done got it. We done got the number. We got the social media.
I'm glad y'all we doing this, but that man business, I ain't never get a chance to like explain. The kids inspired it, but the first it's just our anniversary, and so like the first year and a half, I went through so much, man. Like I was all happy, but behind the scene, man, it was really tough dealing relationship wise with people and what you thought was real and not being real, and the backbiting and the hating and the sneaking around talking but never saying nothing to your face type of thing. Like it was so gruesome. So that first half of the first verse was me, like giving it back to him, just as a man, not as the director, not as I told you, nigga, just as a raw man. I'm gonna give it back to y'all. And then the second half of that, I kicked in with the purpose was about, really, with man business. Not trying to tell nobody how to be no man, but how I arrived at it. You know what I'm saying? And in the second verse, I went back to my childhood and where I went wrong and how I was taught, you know, about Santa Claus. And when I realized he was skipping my house, and I realized he was on my mama, and that told me the truth about what was really going on. But that didn't stop the shame. They didn't stop I didn't have the less than and I still had to deal with it. So I had to find a way to deal with it. And so and because these kids I'm dealing with going through that, I wanted to show them how I navigated through it. You know, and the mistakes I made, I didn't do it the right way. So I ain't got to listen to tell you how not to do it. I can show you what I did, and it wasn't the right way. So please don't go this way.
Don't go that. We know that way don't work.
So that's how I did it. And so the kids in class, we had a couple of them to get to go to the studio when they do the right thing. So I was showing them the process of how you conceptualize a song, how you write a song, how you record it in the studio, you know, do the mixing and mastering, like showing them the process, the distribution, how to register BMI, like just everything that you really don't get, that you had to pay big money for or take long dick for, because somebody gonna put you out your business. You know what I'm saying? So I give it to them kids because everybody want to be a rapper, and that's the way for me to find out what they really standing on. And they sliding, bro. This drill music is murder music. Like, it's murder music. It ain't nothing else.
I remember when I first found that out, I felt like a real old nigga, boy.
Man.
I was like, I said, nigga talking about where? I said, I'm in the whole rapping.
Oh,
like, didn't know what they was talking about.
Everything.
What song that was? It was about a few years ago, because I didn't know what slide meant. I'm thinking these niggas talking about, you know what I'm saying? These niggas talking about slap murder guy. Yeah, I
Taking
know
all the
some
words,
Chicago
smacking.
artists. I know that.
Smacking, spinning, sliding. They got all kind of words, poles and dicks, and they got it. They said blicky with the titties out. Like it's a whole terminology. You gotta know what these, kids on, bro. They'll be talking that shit in your face, and you don't know what they talking about.
It's a hell of a different lingo.
Oh yeah.
You know, hip hop cousin, you kind of deciphered a little bit. If you kind of stay in the lingo and hip hop cousin, but if you done took a break, you lost.
Yeah, no
you done
doubt.
took a break from that lingo, you lost. They done flipped it 1,000 times.
Yeah, let go. Them bars, I'm hearing them bars in my head. I'm like, ooh, y'all, I'm glad I got to explain it, because that's where that passion came from. Watching the vultures swirling. I got here early, been there, done that. Let go. As a man, I'ma show up as myself. Standing on man being true to myself, true to my step. Yep, standing on man being and true to my health, true to my wealth. Yep, standing on man being. I'm standing on man being. I'm standing on man being. As a man, I'ma show up as myself. Standing on man being. True to my step, yep. Standing on man being and true to my health, true to my wealth, yep. Standing on man being. I'm standing on man being. I'm standing on man being. Watching the vultures swirling, I got here early, been there, done that. Came from the curb, chasing the herb. Put me in circles where I never would have swerved. Purge them, get them off ground me. More did I pull off into them, they clown me. More did I overlook that, they drown me. Glad I can swim. Holding my on me for the kill, I'ma still ski. Grip ain't real. I own the ears in the city and ski back know what it is. Want my spot, y'all gotta walk in my shoes by the mile. Y'all talking shit by the file. I can see through the darkness like an eye. Everybody whether they believe like a star. City been overlooking me for a while. Streets of the jungle out here in the wild. You ain't wanna listen, but you see me your child. Got it on work and go hard in my fire. Every time I breathe, people think it's a growl. Gotta be careful, hate come with a smile. Wait till he swerve and catch him in the aisle. Did what we elevated. Did with the mission get hella great, no time to celebrate. Did what we go in the trenches and pour in essentials and healing the mind state. Our people been traumatized, heard so long they tired of system against them, they tired of food is killing us, tired of buying design. As a man, I'ma show up as myself, standing on man being and true to myself, true to my health, well, true to my wealth, yep, standing on man being it. I'm standing on man being it. I'm standing on man being it. As a man, I'ma show up as myself. Standing on man being it. True to myself, true to my step, yep, standing on man being it. True to my health, true to my wealth, yep, standing on man being it. I'm standing on man being it. I'm standing on man being it. Santa Claus skipped me in my house a bunch of times. That's when I realized that my mama was really trying. That didn't stop shame from eating my ass alive, cause everybody came back to school with that fresh drip, everything was fly. What I'ma do with this shame? Guess I'ma turn it to anger. That's when I strike with that banger, using filth on my anger. Everyone know that I'm poverty shaped my decisions. That's what led me to prison. That's what led you to... That's why I learned what a man look like and how a man's supposed to stand on business. Can't be out the way and outside. Can't be telling the truth and lying. Living your best life, but you die. Living contradictions, but you fine. Hustle in your veins, so you grind. In the disrespect and you slide. Know that I know that's the way that it is. How long you think it's gonna take them to find you? Standing on man being it. True to my. Yep, standing on man being it. Yep, standing on man being it. I'm standing on man being it. I'm standing on man being it. Standing on man being it. Yep, standing on man being it. Standing on man being it. I'm standing on man being it. I'm standing on man being it. Yeah.
Barbershop Stories, the podcast.
I appreciate it.
No doubt, man. Much love.
Man being it.
And go back for the replay.
A lot of party, most definitely going down.
No doubt, man.